So excuse me talk about Miss South Africa looking like this because that's just what's happening in my life right now. And this is how I choose. You know what, whatever. It never really ceases to amaze me how South Africans and people actually in general, like in France, that guy wasn't French until he saved a baby from a burning building. And then all of a sudden the government that had refused to give him citizenship for the longest time, even though he'd lived there, I think like nearly his entire life, suddenly he was French now that he had saved a baby from a burning building. And now in South Africa, we have a similar situation with if this girl were to win Miss Universe, are we still going to be like, she's not South African? I just think it's really problematic because as soon as she was born in South Africa, she was South African effective immediately, like effective and immediate as soon as she left that womb. So it is what it is, guys. It really is what it is. She's born in South Africa, raised by South Africa, therefore she is a South African. She can't call Nigeria home, even though her parents may be Nigerian or wherever they may be from. Like, that is beside the point. So if she was a white girl and she was half French, half something else, you guys might have never even noticed. If her mom, like, you might have never even noticed. But because her name is what it is, now it's a big deal. But you guys have people from cricket teams representing, maybe it's because it's not a singular person, but people in our cricket teams, in our parliaments, in different sectors of the South African, I don't know what to say, like ecosystem, whose parents are not South African, but they were born here, that you may know or may never know of. And this girl has to suffer because she's black and she's female, and it's a pageant.
I think we've got selected outrage. I think sometimes we focus our energies where we're not supposed to be focusing our energies. What would it help a man to hate on a young little girl who's pursuing a future and who was born in South Africa and who entered Miss SA legitimately through her South African green, maybe some barcoded green ID, or what do they call them? I know now we've got the cards. We support our little girls, we support our young boys, we support young South Africans, we support the youth, we inspire the youth, we encourage the youth, we push positive energy, we push positivity, we push for people to drive and go for their dreams, we push for people to become educated, to become successful, to become somebodies in life so that South Africa gets somewhere. And it's unfair for us to use these social media platforms to pull each other down. How many of your political leaders, how many of your favorite celebrities, how many of your actors, actresses, musicians, politicians, business people have got parents that don't come from South Africa? Oh, by the way, I'm one of them. Although my parents were born in South Africa, but my father's father is not from here. My father's father is not from here. So are you now going to boycott me? So I'm no longer one of your own, although I'm born here. Young ladies born in South Africa. And if it has got anything to do with you contesting or being worried about her participating on the Miss SA competition, I think it's unfair for you to start a petition to pull somebody down. It never works. The amount of energy that you're focusing, and for days and days and days, I mean, it's been about a week now, this topic has been trending, to focus it on hating on one young girl who's doing something with her life. Imagine if you could have focused that entire energy the past week on your initiatives. Your petition now, you said it's what? It's standing on 7,000, 9,000, 10,000 people or more. Imagine if you had started a petition to build a school in your community. Imagine if you had started a petition to raise money for a bursary for your child, for your sister, for your cousin, for yourself. Imagine if you had started an initiative to build a community center, a kaslako. Imagine if you had started a petition to do something positive. You know, I usually say to people, promote what you like instead of bashing what you hate. That which you focus on grows.